Hello, welcome to our course of Chinese culture. In this section, we will find out more about tea custom and tea ceremony. Now we know the basic categories of Chinese tea. Next, let's talk about how to appreciate Chinese tea. Making and drinking tea is not just to satisfy the thirst, but to release one's worry, relax one's nerves, and feel the peace. In China, people think that different teas should go with different teawares for better look and taste. For example, green tea should be matched with glass teaware so we can appreciate the changing of tea leaves with time. Scented tea is poured into porcelain ware to set off the beautiful color and shape of the flower, while oolong tea is best presented in purple clayware to keep the heat and save the aroma. China has a custom of serving guests with tea. Serving a cup of tea is more than mere politeness. It is a symbol of togetherness, a share of something enjoyable, and a way of showing respect to guests. When guests arrived, the host will use the best tea leaves and best teawares to prepare the tea. But before that, you'd better ask for the preference of the guests to show respect. The water should not be too hot or it will scald the guests. When you pour tea for your guest, please remember the rule of full cup for one and a half cup for tea. Here, half is not exactly half the cup. Custom indicates that a host will only fill a cup to 7/10 of its capacity. It is said that the other 3/10 will be filled with friendship and affection. For the guest, it is considered rude to not take at least a sip. When the host is drinking with the guests, he needs to fill the guest's cup when it gets half empty. To invite the guest to stay longer with a cup of tea demonstrates the hospitality and the traditional etiquette of Chinese people. Moreover, make sure that the spot of the teapot is not facing anyone. The proper way is to direct it outwards from the table. Now, let's move to the tea ceremony. For centuries, Chinese people have had ceremonial tea rooms from which the art of drinking tea has become an integral way of life. The spirit of the tea ceremony embodies the basic principles of thrift, harmony, respect, and beauty. The tea ceremony is a way to focus on mental spirituality, relaxation, and to enjoy a tradition that is thousands of years old. These principles represent the highest ideal of humanity. With a cup of tea, and with a mind focused on the meaningful values of the tea ceremony, one can acquire a pure and peaceful state of mind, and can genuinely appreciate the fine nuance of flavor a tea has to offer, and can recognize tea as an exquisite work of art, extending one's appreciation beyond a mere abstract concept and beyond a simple appeal to the taste buds. Tea drinking involves each of the 5 senses. The tea drinker savors the color, fragrance, and finally the taste of the tea. At the same time, listening to the swirling of the brew in the cup and feeling the warmth of the filled cup. Ancient Chinese wisdom states that a love affair with tea can be the beginning of a spiritual awakening. Hope you enjoy the Chinese tea culture as much as we do. Okay, that is the end of this section. Thank you. See you next time.